So I'm sure others feel this way, but 2020 was supposed to be a really, really great year. Gonna turn 18, graduate, and start our first year of college. Really awesome things. And even though those things didn't happen the way we might have envisioned them, we still got them. One thing that we didn't get was the Black Widow movie. And that was really, really bad for me. I don't know about for anybody else. I'm sure it was though, but that really, really sucked. And, with the film's release right on the horizon and just my sheer love for this character, I decided to do my project on the Black Widow teaser trailer. And here it is.
I used to have nothing. And then I got this job. This family. But nothing lasts forever.
I heard you had to leave in a hurry.
It's never easy these days.
So what are you going to do?
I've lived a lot of lives, but I'm done running from my past.
I know you're out there.
I know you know I'm out here. So we're gonna talk like grown-ups?
Is that what we are?
It's good to see you too, sis.
What brings you home?
We have unfinished business. We have to go back to where it all started.
Lucky us.
One thing's for sure. It's gonna be a hell of a reunion.
Still fits. Family. Back together again.
You got fat.
So the first thing this trailer does is establish who the protagonist is, or reestablish Natasha for many of us. And it does this by reminding the audience what this character has gone through over the course of the MCU, the people she's met, the things that she's experienced. It's also interesting from an editing perspective because they choose they choose to quickly recall these little moments from her past to establish her emotional state at the start of this film that the trailer is for. And, not all trailers have the luxury of doing that because not all trailers are about characters that have had 10 plus years of character development. So after the trailer reestablishes who Natasha is by showing us little glimpses of her past and what she's doing now, it does something that I love about Marvel trailers in general. And, well, I should say Disney trailers in general, because they do this a lot. And I'm sure other trailers have done this. I don't think it's exclusive at all to Disney or, Star Wars or Marvel. But they're really notorious for having every action be emphasized by a different beat in the soundtrack. And it really just makes for a great watching experience. It just enhances the watching experience. I don't know how else to really explain it, but every punch, kick, and landing is emphasized by a different beat in the soundtrack. And it's a great editing technique. Another thing that I noticed about this trailer that's pretty interesting, it's not like anything super different. Trailers do this all the time, but with this trailer, it's really noticeable that it follows the dialogue exactly. Like the story that Natasha's telling within the trailer is shown through the shots that they chose. So there's very much a story going on within this trailer. It's not really random shots here and there. Everything that they show goes along or coincides with her dialogue. It's all relevant. Nothing is there just because, you know. And usually trailers might be a little bit more random, you know. It's not a bad thing. It just, you know, random shots that just enhance the experience but also just get you hype. This trailer really follows a very strict story. And, you know, you see that when it comes to like Florence Pugh's character. She says, lucky us. And then the next shot is of the threat that they're up against. And then later on when Natasha says, oh, it's going to be one hell of a reunion. And then you start seeing the family scenes, you know, with her and her friends, or what they're establishing in this trailer as her family from years ago. So it's just something that I noticed about the trailer, and it's really good, and the shots all work well together with the dialogue. They definitely match each other very well, and it just creates a very it makes everything feel like it has to be there. One thing that basic editing has ruined me with is definitely trailers. In a great way, though, in a great way. The fact that I can watch a trailer now knowing that it's for a specific demographic, that's really awesome. And it's something that I can't believe I didn't really even think was a thing before. I just never really put too much thought in that aspect of trailers. But it makes so much sense, and it's so great. But because of that, and now I can only watch trailers now thinking, what demographic is this for? Who is this for? I did ask 3 people who they think this trailer is targeted at. Male or female audiences. And the responses were very interesting. My male friend, who is a film student, so definitely has a more eye for these types of things, said that even though the women are not over-sexualized and they are seen for the majority of the trailer, it's super heavy on the action. And it's depicted as a big action movie, which is going to appeal to men overall. And I completely agree with that. I think it's totally right. Because even though it's very powerful women and they're not being depicted in a disrespectful way, at least I think, this is really heavy on action. Like, this is an action movie. It's really not much else is really being like shown in the trailer. So, you know, it totally makes sense. So his vote was definitely for men. When I got the responses back from the females, the women, who are not film students, they are 2 great young women that I went to high school with that are, you know, would be the average moviegoer. They both said that they think this film is catered towards women. And they said it's because they think that it shows some kind of reawakening and emotional past. There's depth to her character. So they weren't completely talking about the action. But when they did talk about the action, they said that it was powerful women. And that really appealed to them. So, as young women. So overall, with this information, the women thinking that this trailer is for them, and then also my male film student friend thinking that it's for him, it's really interesting, and it definitely shows that Marvel's definitely doing something right. So even if I don't have the answer for who this trailer is targeted at, if both groups of people feel that the trailer is for them, again, this is only 3 people, but the fact that both groups feel like it is made for them, that I think says something, and that's really strong, and I think that makes for a successful trailer.